What would happen if we were hit by an incoming asteroid? Let's find out. Well, first off, let's assume that neither NASA or the European Space Agency saw it coming, because NASA has strategies to see incoming asteroids years ahead of time. But assuming they don't see this asteroid coming and it's very unexpected, we have to assume the worst. You see, an asteroid doesn't even have to be 10 miles wide to kill off every living thing on this planet. In fact, it was theorized that the asteroid that killed off the dinosaurs was only 8 miles wide. In fact, if we're going to get into the destruction of our planet, we should know a few things about asteroids first. First off, the average speed that an asteroid travels at is 55,923 miles per hour, or 89,999 kilometers per hour. At this speed, an asteroid the size of a house could flatten a concrete building from a mile away, and it only gets worse from there. An asteroid the size of a 2-story building hitting the Earth at 50,000 miles per hour could flatten every building in a 5-mile radius. Now that you know a little more about asteroids, it shouldn't surprise you that an asteroid only 60 miles wide would destroy the entire planet. 60 miles is the distance between Greenville, Texas and Arlington, Texas, 2 cities in the same state. The distance between these 2 cities could destroy the entire planet in one quick explosion. In fact, an explosion of that size would travel at around 13,000 miles per hour, wrapping around the Earth in just over an hour and a half. Once the asteroid hit the planet, it would cause massive earthquakes all over the world within seconds. Something to keep in mind is that an asteroid 60 miles wide would be as powerful as 12 trillion tons of TNT going off at once. The good news is, the asteroid wouldn't knock the planet out of orbit, we would just get destroyed. But let's talk about that a little bit. The amount of energy needed to push the Earth out of orbit is insane, because you would need 105 billion megatons of force to knock us out. In fact, you would need an entire planet traveling at 10,000 miles per hour to knock the Earth out of orbit. Something to keep in mind is that if we were to hit Mars mid-revolution, it would do just that, knock us out of orbit, because Mars is traveling around the Sun at 24 kilometers per second, or 53,000 miles per hour, which is plenty of speed to knock us out of orbit. If we were to get knocked out of orbit, we would fly off in a direction away from our solar system. But not to worry, the heat of the planet would keep us warm for around a month before we completely started to freeze over. If the human race had any chance of living, we would have to live underground using the heat of the core to keep us alive. But even that wouldn't keep us alive for long, because our food would die off much before ourselves. And that is of course if we survived the impact of 2 planets colliding. So in order to be knocked off orbit, we would have to die. So, what would you do with that hour and a half before destruction? Thanks for watching the Info Broker channel. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button below. If you really liked it, share the video.